Hello beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup, I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the family. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to do this because, I don't know, I just feel like everybody has put up their Sephora recommendations video already, and to be quite honest, my recommendation is to skip this sale and don't shop this sale. But, you know, my channel is all about sales, it's all about deals, so I figured let me sit down and film a very quick video and let you guys know my take on the spring Sephora VIB sale. I am fighting against the sunlight because it's about to, like, what is that, sunset? So if the sun kind of goes in and out in weird ways, that's what happened. The sun is setting. But for today's video, what I kind of want to do is break it down in a couple of different parts. I asked y'all what y'all wanted to see, and the response was kind of mixed. So I'm going to do a little bit of everything. So you're going to get some recommendations, my thoughts on the brands that you should skip, and what I plan on picking up during the sale. So I want to start off with what I think you all should skip. Like I said at the beginning, I really think you should skip this sale because, to be quite honest, this is not the best sale that there is out there. The Sephora VIB sale, I feel like back in the day used to be that sale. It used to be the goal. But what I've come to realize is that because we are at this point where the makeup industry is shifting so significantly, it's not the biggest and the best sale out there. People are wearing less makeup, so they're purchasing less makeup. The makeup market is oversaturated. So we're seeing brands have more and more sales. So to get a lower price is actually not as hard as it used to be before. And you don't have to wait for the Sephora VIB sale. So that is kind of like the main reason why I don't think it makes sense to shop this sale, because brands are having better sales. I mean, I posted on my community tab a couple of days ago that Fenty Beauty was doing 30% off for their friends and family sale. I believe it's still going on and it's 25% off right now. Huda Beauty is doing 30% off. Cult, Space NK, they regularly do 20 to 25% off. And all of these other brands have their 20 to 25% off sales. And the reason why this is not the best sale is kind of because of the way it's set up. If you don't know, Sephora does this sale biannually, once in the spring, once in the fall. And the discount you get is based upon the tier that you fall within their rewards program. So if you're a beauty insider, you get 10% off. If you are a VIB, you get 15% off. And if you are a Rouge, you get 20% off. And how long you are able to shop also varies by those tiers. So beauty insiders get 1 week, VIB gets 2 weeks, Rouge gets 3 weeks. Now, in order to be a Rouge member, I believe you have to spend like $1,000. In order to be VIB, you have to spend $500. So there is this sort of barrier to entry to get to those tiers, which makes it like kind of ridiculous. And to be quite frank, if you are at VIB or Beauty Insider status, you can get 10 and 15% off on any old day. As a matter of fact, most brands, when you sign up for their newsletter, they'll give you like a 10% or 15% off coupon just for signing up for their newsletter. So this sale isn't anything revolutionary. The discount isn't that great, which is why I am like very iffy about the Sephora VIB sale every time it comes around. That being said, I do want to flag that since I've been in this community, I have met a number of people who don't live within the US. And as I understand it, when they decide to shop from the brand websites, it actually could cost them more because of customs and clearing and all that other stuff that they have to take into account when they are buying a US based brand versus if they were to shop from Sephora. So if that is your situation and it makes more sense to shop from Sephora because if you buy it directly through the brand, you might actually end up be paying more despite the larger discount, I completely understand that. Also, if getting Sephora rewards points so you can maintain a certain tier within the program is important to you, I get that as well. You know, the points could be used for money. I think personally getting the discount right then and there is what I prefer versus having to build up points to get some money off. But if that is your choice, go for it, sis. I am happy for you. So that being said, let's quickly talk about brands that I think you should completely avoid during the sale. First and foremost, Patricia. Y'all know I love Mama Pat, and I've said this 10 times over, and I think everybody else has said it. Patricia has sales every other day in the year. I have seen Pat McGrath do sales for every season where she will offer 25 to 30/35% off. And that is significantly better than the Sephora VIB sale, regardless of what tier you are at. I know that the 25% off is usually if you spend less than $125, but if you spend $125 or more, you get 30 or 35% off. And honestly, if you put a mothership in your cart, that is already putting you at the 30% off tier. So Mama Pat is one of those brands that I definitely 100% do not think you should shop during the sale. Next, I want to talk about two that I already mentioned. Fenty Beauty, Huda Beauty. Like I said, Fenty does their friends and family sale. That's usually 25 to 30% off. Huda is, I think the sale is still going on, is doing a friends and family sale, also 30% off. Next, Kat Von D is having a 30% off sale on their website. Too Faced regularly does sales. I don't know if anybody cares about Too Faced anymore, but Too Faced regularly does sales where they offer 25% off or more. So I definitely wouldn't recommend shopping there. And on another note, Too Faced is available at the cosmetics company store. I feel like I've talked about the CCO enough for folks to know what it is, but it's the Estee Lauder family of brands. If you were looking at any of the Estee Lauder brands, I would say just go to the cosmetics company store. Do not buy it through Sephora. At the CCO, you can get these products for 30% off if they're skincare, or 40 to 50% off if they're makeup or fragrance. So if you were looking at a more expensive brand like Tom Ford, I would say go to the cosmetics company store and try to see if the products are there first, because you could get 50% off of Tom Ford versus getting a measly 20% off at the Sephora sale. Let me see, what else? Natasha Denona. That's also a brand that I feel like it could be hit or miss. It could go either way. Now, Natasha does have really amazing sales on Black Friday. On Black Friday, she typically will do like a buy one, get one on her palettes, or will offer like 20, 30-ish 20 to 30% off, I would say, on some other palettes. I bought two of the big 28 pan palettes during Black Friday, and it was a buy one get one free deal. So I understand that Black Friday is a little ways away. So if you are not in the mood to wait for that long and there's a specific palette that you want, I can see you buying it during her sale. I would recommend sticking to like the midi palettes because those are $65. I wouldn't buy one of her giant palettes during the sale because, like I said, you can get it at a way better price later on in the year. And if you can wait, I would suggest you wait. I'm just going to go through the brands on Sephora to see if anything else pops to mind. Clinique is also a brand that I would recommend getting at the cosmetics company store. If that is where you go to for like your skincare, or I know the Clinique cleansing balm is a favorite of mine. You can get that at the cosmetics company store. NARS. I know NARS is super popular. I have seen them do like 20 to 25% off sales here and there. They're not as frequent as some brands, but I've seen them do it. But I also think it's kind of, they're on the fence. I feel like it's okay to buy it during the VIB sale, but I've also seen them have better sales. La Mer. That is also a really important one. La Mer is sold at the cosmetics company store. I actually picked up my La Mer foundation at the CCO for 50% off. And that foundation I think is $135, $125. So it's hella expensive. So I would recommend getting it at the CCO because 20% off is definitely not enough for how much that costs. And they do have the skincare line there as well. So if you're looking for the makeup or the skincare, I would check out the CCO there. All right, so those are all of the brands that I think you should avoid during the Sephora VIB sale. What should you buy during the Sephora VIB sale? To be honest, I really don't have any recommendations to give you guys, but what I will say is this is a really good time for you to shop brands that typically don't have sales. So my one or two suggestions, so my first suggestion would be Dior. I think that Dior has some really amazing products. For example, the Dior bronzer is stunning. I don't know if this is sold at Sephora, but if it is, this is one of the products that I would recommend that you pick up at Sephora. Also, the Dior Backstage powder, again, a product that you can see I am so close to hitting pan on. Amazing. This is one that I would recommend picking up at Sephora. And the Dior highlighter. Dior has these products that I think are very skin-like if you are looking for sort of everyday wear. And I don't see Dior on sale pretty much ever, or anywhere else. Sometimes it'll be on sale at Macy's for like 15% off, or Nordstrom for like 15% off. But if you can get it for 20% off, I would definitely say that you should consider picking it up. Fragrance. I also think that if you are interested in specific fragrances, this is a good time to get it at Sephora. I am not big on buying fragrances from Sephora, so it's definitely not something that I will be picking up. I think there are also specific brands that I have not seen do a ton of sales or aren't really sold anywhere else. Rare Beauty is a good one. It is already quite affordable, so you might want to get another discount on top of that. Lys Beauty is a really good one as well. Melt Cosmetics, I think this is a good time to pick up Melt, because I don't feel like I've seen Melt do a ton of sales. Also in that same realm, Makeup by Mario, I feel like I don't see his website have a lot of sales either, and he does have some decent products. I do like his little shimmer palette, and I've been interested in his bronzer contour stick, so maybe Gucci's a good one if you have specific products from Gucci that you are looking to try. I'm gonna be getting the Gucci bronzer because, yeah, I've been really interested in that one, but I don't really see Gucci go on sale. I think it's maybe been on sale at 15% off at Macy's, so that's also a really good one to look out for. But that's pretty much it. Oh no, Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks is one that you might want to consider picking up at this sale, because I don't see a lot on Danessa's website. I honestly don't think I've ever, so might want to consider doing that as well. Hey, editing me popping in here because I think I forgot a really important fact in giving you guys recommendations on what to pick up. And I wanted to just quickly say, if you are planning on shopping the sale, you really should check out the sale section. What I love about the sale section is that you can get a discount on top of a discount. The products, they are already discounted, and you're able to tack on this additional percentage onto that and get it at an even cheaper price. So in terms of looking for products you want to shop, definitely, swing by the sale section and see if there are any products there that are worth picking up. And that's it. Like I said, I don't really have a ton of recommendations. Because I feel like I'm not really checking for anything. And a lot of the products that I have in my collection, to be quite frank, I don't think I bought them during like Sephora sale, and I got them at really steep discounts, more than 20% off. So my collection has been built on like the cheapest price I could possibly get. Anyways, let me transition to the last part of this video, because I said I was going to keep this short. So let me tell Ollie what is in my cart. So I have a very short cart. It only has 7 products, which, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to keep all 7. I might end up getting rid of a couple of these, or the majority of these. So the first thing I have in my cart is the Lys Concealer. I actually have 2 shades. I want to try DG3 and DG6. DG meaning deep golden. The one that I have is one that was gifted to me by the brand, and it is in DN3. And that is the exact shade that I wear in the foundation. But I found that this is so close to my skin tone that it actually doesn't do anything in terms of brightening. But it does look really nice on the skin. And this is perfect for like one of those no makeup days if I just want to like plop concealer on. But I want something that's just a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter. So I'm going to try Deep Golden 3 and Deep Golden 6 and figure out which one works. I don't think that this is sold in stores, because if it was, I would have gone into the store and just picked up one. The next thing on my list is the Say Natural Cream Bronzer. I've heard really good things about this cream bronzer. I really want to try it out. And I have it in the shade Deep Bronze. So I don't know if this will stay or if this will go. I haven't decided. Like, I want to try it out, but I also don't feel that compelled to do it. But Say is also a brand that I feel like doesn't have a ton of sales, so this might be my best time to get it at a decent-ish price. So we'll have to circle back to that one. Now, with the bronzer, I also have in my cart the Buffing Bronzer Brush to go with it, because I think the brush matters for this. So if the bronzer goes, the brush grows. Or maybe I'll just get the bronzer without the brush. I don't know. Right now my cart is $260, so it needs to be less. Way less. Then I have the Cosas Foundation. It's a new foundation which has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. Both of those products are products that my skin absolutely loves and adores. So I want to give it a try. I have it in the shade Deep Warm 350. This is probably going to be a foundation I have to go in store to test. I'm just really bad at shade testing on myself. And I don't like buying things to waste it, to send it back. So I'm going to see if I can go in store and find my shade. And I also am considering adding the HD foundation. I feel like I've heard mixed reviews. I think some people like it, some people don't like it. And the people who don't like it tend to be the ones with the dry skin. And the people that do like it tend to have really oily skin. I am somewhere in the middle-ish where I get really oily in my T-zone, but I can get dry patches because of my acne products. So I feel like I would go towards the oily side, especially because we're entering summertime, which means I'm going to be more oily. So I think I'm leaning towards getting it because the oily people like it, and I think that I will be more oily, and I feel like I'm rambling. Sorry. But I think I'll try it out. I do want to go into the store and see if I can get a sample and try it out. I also have the OG formula, so it would be nice to have the new one to try and see if they're equivalent, better, you know, do a little bit of comparison. In my cart, I also have the Natasha bronze eyeshadow palette. I have been wanting this for a while, and I've been holding off on it because I've been trying to see if it'll go on 50% off sale on Natasha's website, and it has not done that. So because it hasn't gone on sale, I haven't picked it up, and I'm just like, well, I might as well get it for 20% off, because the cheapest I've seen it is for 20% off on Natasha's website. So it's kind of equivalent in some ways, and I think that this would be a palette that I would get a lot of use out this summer. I feel like with the COVID restrictions being lifted in a lot of ways, I want a palette that I would use for going out. Like, I like these really nice colorful looks, but to be quite frank, most of the time I'm going to be wearing something neutral if I'm out and about. So I kind of want to have a neutral palette that would work for like an everyday kind of things. And I feel like the bronze palette is what I would gravitate towards. That being said, though, I have a bunch of neutral palettes, so do I really need this? Do I? I don't. The answer is no, I don't need it, but we'll see. And then the last thing in my cart is the Gucci bronzing powder in the shade number 5. I have heard people love and hate this. I've heard that it definitely leans more red. I don't like red bronzers, but it does have like this nice pearlescent kind of finish to it that I think gives a nice glow. So I'm willing to try it, and if I don't like it, I will return it. Y'all know me. If it don't work, it's going right back to the store. So I am willing to pick it up and try it. One thing I can say, though, is that from watching the shades on Sephora website, there's definitely a shade missing between 4 and 5. It's like the biggest jump, and it's kind of aggravating. And a lot of high-end luxury brands do this, where it's just like light, medium, tan, and then super deep. And it's like, bruh, there could have been 2 or 3 shades between tan and deep. Like, it doesn't even make any kind of sense. But I will give it a try. I will see how I like it. If it doesn't work for me, I will send it right back. Anyways, that is it. So those are my thoughts on the Sephora VIB sale. Like I said, you should skip it. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Like I said, you know, figure out what is best for you. Do not go crazy on the sale. I always tell you guys, and I'm going to repeat it again today, there will always be another sale. You do not have to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on this sale, because there will always be another sale, and chances are it might be a better sale. So get the things that you need, that you absolutely want, that you will use within a reasonable time frame, so that the makeup and skincare aren't just sitting there in your collection going bad, and just move on, because there'll be another sale. And that is why I will be clearing a ton of stuff from my cart, because Lord knows there's too much in there. All right. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I know there are a ton of recommendations videos out there, but I hope that this gave you some guidance in some kind of way. If it did, leave a comment down below letting me know what you plan on picking up during the VIB sale. Is there something that you are interested in? If you have questions on specific brands or products that you're wondering if you should avoid because it might be at a better price later on, leave it down there below and I'll answer those as well, because I want to be a resource. You know, my goal is to be a resource to help you guys save money, because this beauty industry is expensive. Loving makeup, having a hobby that's related to makeup or beauty or skincare is expensive. And anytime we can save money in one little area, it means that we can reinvest it into another product. So I will do my very best to help you guys, you know, figure out where there are ways to save more money than just shopping the sale. Okay, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, and join the family if you haven't already done so. Share with a friend if you think they like the content. And as always, thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.